Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are just going to spend the day together. So I have been so unwell the last week. I don't know if you can still hear it in my voice. I feel like the more I talk, you know, you warm up and then you sound fine. But yeah, I've been really written off. Like I think I've been ill now for about 10 days. I think stress well and truly hit me and just, yeah, being run down. You know what it's like, your body's just like, right, I need to rest, stop. And you are literally forced in your tracks to stop. So I've had that break, but I'm back now to film. I have to say, like, I'm out of breath, I am hot, I am sweating, but the show must go on. And a part of me thought, oh, should I bother filming today? Because what have I actually got to do that's that exciting? But I thought we are literally in my favourite season of the entire year, autumn. Like, I'm obsessed with autumn. And I don't want to put off the autumn vlogs because before we know it, it will be the festive vlogs. Do you know what I mean? Like, we need to make full use of this time. And it also kind of forces me to have a little bit of a nicer day and try and enjoy myself. Because you know what it's like? You can get in a bad headspace after being ill because you're so bored, you're fed up. And then it doesn't just mean you wake up one day and you're better and everything's great. You kind of have to like ease back into normal life when you've had like a week or two of being ill. Hopefully you guys know what I mean. So yeah, we've got like just a normal day today, but I feel like it'll be quite cute. I mean, I've got my food shop coming, we can run through that, got some healthy meal ideas. I'm gonna make my really nice homemade soup. It's like a really wholesome, delicious vegetable soup, which I love having in autumn. I do love having pumpkin soup, but we'll save that for maybe October sort of time. I've got a really gorgeous autumnal clothing haul as well to share with you, which I am so excited about, and we'll get into that in a second. This jumper I'm wearing now is actually from the brand, it's called Goelia, and we're also gonna just do a little bit of exercise, maybe go for an autumnal walk, all that stuff, just like wholesome things, but just a normal vlog. Like, my life is really not that exciting, so I don't have that much exciting stuff to show you. Like, I just live a normal life. I'm just busy working, getting on with stuff, trying to enjoy my life, and I love being at home. Yeah, I know I look a bit like an egghead today. I had to put my hair up, it is all curled, but I am just too hot. I definitely don't look my best. And I've got myself a cup of tea in my pumpkin mug, even though these mugs are pretty annoying to drink out of, to say the least. Let's start off with the clothing haul. I've just tried everything on and I feel like these pieces are the perfect items if you're looking to build kind of like an autumnal capsule wardrobe, but like a little bit classy and a little bit elevated. You'll see what I mean when I share the pieces with you. They're by a brand called Goelia. Their pieces are premium, really, really great quality. For the price point, you're actually getting amazing items. Like, I am quite the critique when it comes to jumpers and I just love this. I feel like I'm gonna wear this all autumn long and winter. I love the neckline on this. The sleeves are like the perfect length. I love when they cover my hands a little bit. You could just roll them up if you want them shorter, but I love that option just to be all snuggly. And the fabric as well, it feels absolutely dreamy. It's just like the perfect fabric. Let me just show you the fabric close up. Hopefully you get a feel for that. But it's so incredibly soft. So I got everything between a UK size 10 to 12, and I'm gonna link everything down below, by the way, if you wanna shop any of the items. Also, before I get into the haul actually, like properly, I know I've just spoken about this, but before we kind of like try them on, Goelia have given me a discount code for you guys. I've got 2 discount codes. I'm gonna leave the information on the screen. And the second one's only running for 10 days. So be quick if you wanna shop their pieces. I tried to style everything a couple different ways so you could really get a feel for how versatile these pieces are and just how they mix and match just seamlessly together. So the first pair of shorts I have are these ones, and as you can see, they're like a tweed, I think it's called, sort of fabric. They're really textured. These are really thick, lovely quality. They have a slight flecks of gold, which I thought was really pretty actually. It's subtle, but it adds a little bit of glam, and these would be really lovely for the festive period if you're a neutral girl but you want to add a little bit of glam into your collection. And then it also has pockets in the front which are usable, and on the back it just has little welt pockets, as you can see there. Yeah, I really love this. I think this outfit and all the outfits, to be honest, would look so cute with brown boots, like knee-high brown boots, but I just don't have any, so I had to just style everything with my cream heels. They're the only like neutral shoes I own, but I probably would actually style everything with boots and brown tights too. And then the next pair of shorts I went for are these gorgeous chocolate brown. I am just in love with chocolate brown. Obviously, there is nothing more autumnal than this sort of colour. I just think it screams autumn. And these are a really gorgeous twill pair of shorts. The length of these is really nice too. They're generous in length, they're not short, they're not gonna, like, they completely cover you and you feel really good in them. That's what I love about them. They're floaty, there's lots of room, especially if you're a fellow chunky thigh girl like me, like your thighs might rub, whatever. We want a bit of extra length and we want the floatiness, and that is what you achieve with these shorts. They have these exaggerated belt loops, which I thought was really nice as well. Something you need for your autumnal wardrobe, like if you don't have one of these already, this is like the key thing you need to put at top of your list for what you need for autumn, is a trench coat. And this trench coat is absolutely beautiful. Now this is quite oversized, I'd say, because I just went to a UK 10 and this was really, really generous. So you do not need to size up. I would not recommend it because you're just going to be drowned. That's what I actually love about Goelia as well. The sizing is really accurate. Like, you know, some brands just run so small. They run true to size, like in a good way. You don't have to size up. This trench coat is beautiful, guys. The quality is so lovely. The detail like this on the shoulders. It also has like a prominent sort of stitching. If you can see on the back, the flap, the stitching here kind of shows as a design feature, and I really like that. That continues on here. It continues on the pockets at the front too. I love that it's got this flap on the one side at the front. It just adds to it. The pockets are, of course, usable, which we love. This one's got a really nice weight to it. It's going to keep you nice and warm, but it's not like too thick either. Okay, the next top is so nice. This is just your perfect, like, everyday turtleneck. I used to wear tops like this all the time when I used to work in an office. I just loved them. This one is a high neck. As you can see, the neckline is literally the perfect height. This one is a ribbed fabric, but it has got little flecks of glitter in there in a gold, and it's just so pretty. It also has tiny little sequins on there. Just perfect for that kind of festive period. The sleeves again are really nice and long, which I just love that. It's kind of semi-sheer, so I would say wear neutral underwear with this, like with a bra, because you're not going to get away with wearing black with it, but that's just the design. Like, it's a really pretty piece. And you'll see that I styled that with both pairs of shorts. I also got this. This was like a bit of a wild card for me because I don't normally wear something like this. I just wanted to give it a try. I really love the colour. It's like a cool brown sort of tone. This one is houndstooth, and again it has very subtle flecks of gold. I really liked the big structure collar on this one. I don't know if I could pull this off. I don't know. My mum tried this on and she looked really good in it, so I might actually give this to my mum. I have so many jackets already, and like, if she's gonna wear it better than me, then she might be the better person to have this. But I do think it's really nice, but it was very much outside my comfort zone. But it's almost giving like the races, or like someone that does horse riding. I feel like I can picture them wearing this, like going to the pub for like their lunch or something. But yeah, that's everything that I got from Goelia. Thank you so much for sponsoring this part of the video as well and working with me. I love bringing you guys new brands. Let me know in the comments if you shopped from them before, or if this is the first time you've heard of them. As I say, everything will be linked down below with all the discount code information too, and the product links, and I hope you enjoy them. Honestly, really lovely quality. I am so happy with this jumper. I think it's my favourite thing, and the trench coat. Like, I know I'm going to get so much use out of them. So it's about 12ish, I think now, maybe a little bit before. And I'm waiting for my food shop. I have just got like the flexi all day sort of time slot because I literally placed the order last night. I was lucky to get one so quick. So it's going to be here between 1 and 5. Like, I have no idea when it's going to be here. I don't want to just waste the day waiting for the food shop. I am kind of like, I guess, taking the day off to relax to some extent, to spend it with you guys. So we need to fill the time. So we could go for a walk in that time whilst I'm waiting. And I might also get my booty on the treadmill because I just want to get back into a routine with all that now. I don't know if you guys watch my videos. We're just gonna have a little catch up, by the way. I'm sorry, we're just sitting here for so long, it's boring, but just a little catch up because I feel like I haven't for a while. But if you saw my videos towards the beginning of this year, I was trying to lose some weight, and I did. I lost, I think it was about 20 pounds I lost. I think it was about 1.5 stone. I got that off kind of quickly actually, and I guess the hardest part is maintaining, and I have maintained that. I think I've got up by about 2 pounds from the lightest, but I have maintained it all year, but I've just been kind of stagnant, which is fine. But yeah, I just want to get back into a bit more of a routine because I'm at that stage now where I feel like, you know, there's lots of social plans and things going on, and like, especially on the build up to Christmas, and I just want to keep in check with my fitness, not just from a weight perspective, but actually just from a health perspective too. And I've definitely let kind of my exercise slip a little bit. I walk every single day, unless like there's a reason I can't. I walk every single day for like up to an hour, but that's you know, I want to be doing something a bit more. So yeah, I like to do the treadmill. I walk uphill on there. I do the 12-3-30, which is basically 12 incline, 3 miles an hour for 30 minutes. Although sometimes I just do 20 minutes, but something I want to try, no, I don't want to try, that's a lie. But something I know that would be really good for me is running, because I have asthma and I feel like it will really help my lungs, like get stronger. And I just see that it just works your body so well because it's like all over. So if any of you run, please give me your tips. I mean, I keep being recommended the Couch to 5K, so maybe I should actually try that out at some point. But I just despise running, or the thought of it at least, so it's really hard. But I know that I need to do it because like, I just need to find something I enjoy. I don't enjoy the gym. That's not to say I won't go back at some point, but it's not something I actually enjoy. I have to force myself, like that's just being real. And I just want to do something I actually enjoy with my time. Because I think finding the time feels like a challenge as it is. You don't want to then spend the time doing something you really don't like. Which is why I don't run, because I'm like, I know I won't like it. But how do I know I won't like it? I've never actually tried properly. So that's something I'm thinking of trying, especially now the weather's getting cooler, because there's no way I would have done that in the summer. And I know I could do it on my own treadmill, but I feel like getting outside is really good. Considering I spend most of my life inside. Anyway, that is just my random thoughts of today. I'll probably pick the camera back up when I have something exciting to show you, because I feel like I'm just waffling and going on. But yeah, it feels good actually to be back and just chatting with you guys, because I just feel like it's been ages since we've done a vlog. So yeah, see you in a little bit. Okay guys, so it's a little bit later in the day now. It's actually nearly 3 o'clock. So since you last saw me, I did the treadmill. As you can see, I changed my outfit. I'm just currently in a gym top just because there's no way I was working out in a jumper. So yeah, I did, I think it was about 30 minutes on the treadmill, and I felt so much better for it. Excuse the mess in here, by the way, we'll talk about that in a second. And also, excuse these bits, like, because I don't want to put any product in my hair because I want to wear it down tomorrow, we're basically just having to cope with any little flyaways. Yeah, I saw a really good like video on TikTok, and effectively it was basically saying, if someone told you in 6 months time you would have the life you want, I'm not talking necessarily like ridiculous, like, you know, tomorrow I want to be a billionaire, but like just a really good version of your life, what you aspire to be like, that doesn't quite feel in reach, but like is something maybe you're working towards over a long period of time. If there was the only condition that you have to show up every day for the next 6 months, it was guaranteed you would have what you want in 6 months, would you do it? Anyway, it was spoken so much better than I've just explained it, but it really made me think about, wow, that is so true. Like, we moan every day, like, oh, I'm not where I want to be, or feeling anxious about what if this goes wrong, blah, blah, blah. But we don't just actually take the fundamental steps we need to actually reach that goal without overthinking it. We always overthink everything. Just literally do, like take the action, like look after yourself, eat the good foods, do things that are good for you and your spirit and your happiness, and like the rest will follow. And yeah, it was just like a nice moment for me, because I have been really stressed out lately. I said at the beginning of this video, yeah, I'm working on like a massive project. You might have seen if you follow me on Instagram or TikTok. It's just taking everything out of me, like it's sucking me of energy. But it was a bit of a moment for me this week, because I thought, actually, why am I doing this? I'm doing it because I really want to. Like, stop making every single thing that goes wrong like the end of the world. Like, it's really not. It's all part of the process and the journey, and like things have to go wrong to get to the end point. Like, if everything was easy, everyone would do everything. That's why the things we want to achieve, like, not everyone has, because it's damn hard to get there. So yeah, just a little food for thought there. But basically, like, I really want to start like really putting my well-being at the forefront, if that's the right word, of everything. Because if I'm not operating well, mentally, physically, whatever, everything I'm doing is going to be impacted by that. And sometimes you think you need to run yourself into the ground with work, like just work. Like, if I work harder, I'm going to get what I want. But there is more to life than just work. And also, if you're not good, you're probably not going to be doing as efficient work, as accurate work, as good work. And even if you're not happy, what is the point? Like, why are you doing it? So yeah, that's like a little, just wanted to put that out there, because like I say, it's something that I have been struggling with. The work-life balance, again, is something I've always struggled with. Probably know, if you've been here a while, that I used to do finance and social media, and both were basically full-time jobs, and I used to just never ever have a day off. Like, I was working all the time, and that's basically the routine I've got myself back into. But social media being the job, and this new project being the thing that's taking up as much time as a full-time job, and it's been a lot. But you have to sometimes get to that point, evaluate and be like, right, I can't carry on like this. So a well-being day today and just looking after myself in general is absolutely like needs to be priority for everything to run smoothly. So anyway, that is a load of rambling stuff, but my food shop is going to be here at 4:30. I had the text through to say 4:30 to 5. So I've got about an hour and a half, 2 hours to kill. So I thought we could make something together, like a little sweet treat, and then I'll do some tidying, hence the kitchen being messy. I just need to tidy and get the house straight. So I made these things last week and I'm not going to take credit for it. I saw it on TikTok. Everything I see is on TikTok. It's basically like a healthy version of like a sweet or a chocolate. So you're going to need soft pitted dates from Tesco. Well, from anywhere, but mine are from Tesco. You're going to want dark chocolate. I have got the green and blacks, 70% cocoa. All you actually need, so you need greaseproof paper. And then the other things are kind of optional. So I've got some hazelnuts, which I want to add in there. And then also sea salt, which is totally optional. And then last time I actually added a drizzle of maple syrup. Again, optional, but does add a nice little bit of sweetness to it. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by melting our chocolates. It's annoying because if you have a Cadbury's bar, when it's actually in like a proper wrapper that isn't plastic, that isn't paper, you can literally just put that whole wrapper in hot water, whereas I'm gonna have to do the good old-fashioned method of breaking this up, putting it inside a bowl and putting that bowl in a bowl with hot water. Okay, so I've got this bowl. I've actually had this since my apartment. That's how long I've had this. Got my chocolate, gonna put that in there, and I've got my hot water in there, so I'm just gonna put that to the side because gotta be so careful when you're dealing with hot water. Can't beat like crunched up hazelnuts, so I'm gonna do about that many. And what I'm really trying to do, guys, is just, I'm not trying to cut anything out. Like, I've been, you know, done all the fad diets out there in the world, cutting things out, restricting yourself, you just end up having it all again. But what I'm trying to do is, I'll still have normal chocolate and I'll still have normal cake and sweets and whatever sometimes, but like day to day, obviously I don't want to do that. I want to put as much like nourishing food in my body as I can. And that is what I really focused on at the start of this year, which helped get that weight off, but also mentally I felt so clear and good. Like I felt like I could think again. I felt like my mind wasn't foggy, which at the minute I just feel like it's always foggy and stressed. And what you put in your body, like, it's obviously like a real basic way of looking at it, but food is literally fuel, and you wouldn't put petrol in a diesel car and expect it to operate. So when we're putting things in our bodies that are fast foods and processed, like ultra high processed foods, of course we can't expect our bodies to function properly. So not even looking at food from like a weight and good bad perspective, just looking at it literally from the fundamentals of like what actually is food for. It's literally to keep us alive. We need to make sure that like a lot of that food that we put in our bodies is good, you know, and actually gonna have some sort of nutritional benefit. So yeah, I've chopped up my hazelnuts. I have actually got myself some new boards, and I need to get rid of this one because I shouldn't be using plastic. I know it's not good. Like I say, like that's what I need to focus more on now, because where I was ill and the weeks leading up to being ill, I definitely wasn't eating as good as I have. And it really notices, I end up getting spots, I end up getting really puffy, I end up getting ill, you know, headaches, all these things whenever I put loads of sugar and more processed foods into my body. So I'm really trying to get back to just having a bit more wholesome, more homemade, all that sort of stuff. Also as well, like something I just don't understand at all and I get really overwhelmed in it, cycle syncing, basically your hormonal cycle and like supporting that with foods and stuff throughout the month. And I really want to get into that because I do struggle a lot, like the week before my time of the month, which I'm currently in right now. Mentally, just not good. Every single month, it's like clockwork. That's all things that you can work on with your nutrition and exercise and stuff. So it's getting chocolate all over my hands. It's really things I need to work on basically, because like I say, if you're not happy up in here or physically you're not feeling good, like you can't function and be the best version of you for anything in your life, work, your family, your friends, your partner, anything. Like you're not gonna be performing well, and we put our health so low down on the list all the times, and it's so bad. Like it's the first thing I drop, like when I'm stressed out or when I've got a lot of work on, the first thing I'll drop is, oh, I'll just order lunch today. Oh, I'll leave the treadmill, I won't do it. Oh, I won't go for a walk. The things that actually are the most important things of the day. And I'm saying all this because I need to remind myself. I'm not saying it to preach by any means. Literally, like I say, I need to remind myself because it's just so important. This chocolate has taken a really long time to melt. So we've got a melted dark chocolate. We've got our tray, and basically I'm just gonna blob the chocolate on, probably about a big teaspoon per chocolate, and just trying to spread that out. Someone's grumbling. Spread it out like that, so it's almost like a little chocolate puddle. I'm gonna try and make them more as chocolates, like as puddles today, instead of bark, because bark isn't as visually appealing. So I'm just gonna make as many of those as I possibly can. And then once I'm done, we can then add our date on top and the nuts and any other toppings that you like. Doing stuff like this as well is so wholesome. Like, nothing brings me joy just like baking and just actually taking time. Like lately, because like I say, where I felt stressed out, I've even things like cooking for dinner, I don't enjoy it. And I used to love cooking, and I just view it as an inconvenience because it's something that takes me away from work that I could be doing. Which is so silly, because you know, you should put love and care into your food and not have this kind of like viewing it as a chore. But again, it's what happens. It's so natural for that to happen when you get yourself in a bit of one of those states. So I think I'm mainly telling you this to be a bit accountable for how I've been, but also anyone out there, I'm sure there's someone watching this video who can relate to how I've been lately, and I'm sure you've been experiencing it too. So I hope by me revealing that I'm not perfect online, which I think a lot of people try and pretend they are, makes someone feel a little bit more comforted that, you know, no matter what you see on social media, people are having their own damn struggles, okay? Anyways, that is what they're looking like. They're clearly not looking that amazing, which is fine. I do already have a pack of these open. So what I like about these dates is that they are halved already. So you can literally just fold them in half like that. Dates are delicious, guys. They are just so sweet. They're so good. They're almost like caramelly. Oh my God, I just remembered I've forgotten something. Peanut butter. I felt like this was too easy. Yeah, you know, you feel like there's a missing ingredient. Like, a part of me was thinking, was this all I did last time? I'm not gonna look aesthetic by doing this, but I'm just gonna use that same bowl that I used for the chocolate for my peanut butter, because why waste another bowl when I don't need to? Again, if I was doing this aesthetic, I would have a separate bowl for all my things. So I'm gonna pop the peanut butter in the water so that can now start to melt whilst we add our dates onto the tray. And like I say, I apologise again that you can't see what I'm doing, but hopefully just me talking rubbish to you gives you something to enjoy whilst I assemble these dates. But yeah, these are so good. You could not use dates and you could use like just nuts instead if you fancied that. But dates are just really, really nice. You know what, guys? It's like Snickers. That is what it tastes like. So yeah, that's what we're working with. There is one without a date. I'm just gonna put nuts on that. So what we're gonna do now is just sprinkle the hazelnuts on the top. That will stick. And then what we'll do is we'll use the peanut butter as like a drizzle on the top. And something like this as well would be like a really nice little treat to like make a friend, and you could put it in a nice jar. Like, they do actually look quite cute once they're all kind of assembled. So that is what they're looking like right now. Just gonna check in on my peanut butter. I feel like today is actually a self-care day. It actually is, isn't it? It is literally a self-care day, which we love. We need self-care days more in life. Some companies actually do mental health days, don't they? And I think it's so needed. And when you're self-employed, it's something you don't really think about. Hurry up, peanut butter, come on. We haven't got all day here. All right, it's not gone quite as planned. I got a little bit of water in it, and then you know when it like doesn't wanna, like, it's kind of then made it a bit firmer again. So what I'm just gonna do is just kind of spread it on the top instead of making it a drizzle. To finish it off, some sea salt, because honestly, it's so good. And a drizzle of maple syrup. This is the Buckwood Classic Organic Maple Syrup, Canadian. So I'm just gonna drizzle a little bit of that on the top. It just adds like a really nice, I mean, it's kind of like gone in the middle. But anyways, here they are. I'm gonna pop them in the freezer now for about 10 minutes. and then they will be ready. And I actually store these in the freezer. Like once they are ready to go, I pop them in a little like dish, and then I just keep them in the freezer, and you can just eat them from the freezer because otherwise they'll melt. Okay, and whilst I wait for them to freeze, I'm just gonna do a little tidy of the kitchen. There's not too much, but you can see like there's stuff on the side, there's bowls back here. It just needs a bit of sprucing up. I'm gonna put all the bowls and stuff in the sink to wash. Been storing up my stuff in the corner of the room that needs recycling, so I'm gonna put that. Okay, I'm back and they are ready. This is what they look like, guys. How good do they look? The longer you leave them in the freezer, the more like the caramel and that will like, not the caramel, the maple syrup will harden. What I've done is I've got this little dish from IKEA, and I've just put some more greaseproof paper in there. But these literally just peel off like that, and then you can just put them in here. You can layer them on top of each other, like they don't really stick. They literally, guys, they just fall off, like so good. I cannot wait to eat one. These are just like the nicest sweet treat. And what I love is you can literally do whatever you want with them. Like you can add whatever nuts you want. Yeah, that is them all ready to go. Like I say, I would recommend keeping them in the freezer. Otherwise they're probably gonna melt. This is it. Bit of ASMR, even though I don't like ASMR, like for me, like I'm not an ASMR channel. I feel like I cringe a bit, but anyway. Ow, hard. That is so good. It's like Snickers, whole nut, and the sea salt combined with the maple syrup. I highly, highly recommend. Right, my food shop has just arrived. It's only like 4:10, so they were here early, but I'm quite happy about that. So I thought we could run through everything I've got. Gone off the days of when my food shop was like £50. The bare minimum it is now is like 70, up to 100 a week. Admittedly, I do buy some more expensive things, like I get more like organic or like Tesco Finest and stuff, but I have definitely noticed how much things have gone up, blimey. So anyway, the first thing I'm gonna share with you is the ingredients that we're using later tonight to make the most beautiful vegetable soup. So it's like just the most wholesome filling, it's smooth, it's creamy because you add a bit of milk. It basically just gets all your vegetables in, like you know you're giving your body goodness, which like I said is what I need, especially after being ill. My body is crying out for that good food. So that was really important to me to do this week. This will literally do all the lunches for me and Jordan pretty much all week long. I've got these tender sweet carrots. Probably would have got bigger ones if I realised how tiny these were going to be. These were expensive as well. Got some carrots to go in there. I also got a whole head of broccoli. I will literally use everything I'm showing you. I don't measure it out, I just use the whole thing. I say the whole thing, like I'll cut off the end, but you know what I mean, like the whole thing. So use a whole broccoli, also an entire cauliflower as well. Then you get a packet of peeled Brussels sprouts. You also add in there 1 to 2 white onions, depending on how many you want. Leeks as well. Oh no, they're not, oh no, there is there. Leeks I've got to go in there. Also celery, what else? These are the Maris Piper potatoes. I feel like these are quite creamy potatoes. I quite like them. Milk for the creaminess, and then chicken stock cubes. We'll go into that a little bit more later on tonight, but that is such like all that veg, yeah, it might come to, I don't know what that total is, maybe £15 or something, but that literally does 2 people's lunches all week. Like there is so many portions it makes, and it's really healthy. So when you work it out, like food prepping, I've always been here for, and I will continue being here for. Might not do it as much these days, but like it's so good. So that is all the lunches for the week sorted. Yes, it's repetitive, but it's just so good. And that's what we're having for dinner tonight too. Moving on to little snacky snacks. I freaking love baby cucumbers. So much so that I had to get 3 packets. They are just the most delightful things ever. I think you get like 5 to 6 in a pack. They're like £1 something a pack. I just adore them. These are my go-to snack in the afternoon. If I'm peckish between brunch and dinner, in the evening sometimes, more so in the afternoon. They're just so good. They're also really nice as well to chop up finely in a salad, which I'll probably do with one of the packets, but they are just simply the best. And then I have got 2 hummuses. They normally have some sort of offer on the hummus, so I normally get 2. So yeah, for snacking, I normally have like half a tub at a time, sometimes quarter, normally half. And then I also love to use the hummus for dinner as well, like on the side, because I do a lot of like picky dinners with just loads of bits. So that is some snacks. I've also got some bananas for snacking on as well. And then I also got Pink Lady apples, because we could have these with a little bit of either dark chocolate drizzled on them with some peanut butter. Really, really nice. I've not had apples in a really long time, and I love when they're like really cold and crunchy. It's just so delicious. So that will be our snacks. I've not actually got any desserts this week for the first time in a long time. I always seem to buy desserts. I have not. I'm going to try and resist this week and just make stuff like I made the chocolates earlier. Like if I want to make something, I can make like banana bread or something, I don't know, but like just try and make things a bit more homemade and not so many like processed desserts. Another like lunchy thing I absolutely love is tomatoes. So I've got 3 of these. These are the beef tomatoes. They're the big chunky ones. I love them so much. I get them every week. And I also got sourdough, which again, I get this every single week. This is the Tesco Finest white sourdough. I do try and get the brown one. It was actually out of stock, to be fair on me, but obviously like the brown and rye one is better. But we have this. I often freeze it, and I'll just have 1 slice for lunch. 1 of those tomatoes sliced up, a little bit of cheese, a little bit of seasoning, grill it in the oven. It's basically like a mini pizza. I also love grating them tomatoes, like actually grating them, and then mixing garlic in, putting it on this with some pesto, and it's basically like a Spanishy Italian tomato bread. So freaking delicious, like so good. It's making my mouth water actually thinking about it. So that is lunches and snacks sorted. In terms of breakfast, don't really have breakfast. I will have just like brunch and dinner, but Jordan does have breakfast. So I got some jumbo oats, and I've already got all the other ingredients to make homemade granola. Let me know if you want to see a recipe. It's the easiest thing in the world, but it's the most delicious thing in the world too. So I have loved doing that. And then for my evening dinners this week, I did want them to be easy. So some of them are a little more processed, you know, whatever. You know, it's about making the best choices you can make. This week, I'm still not feeling 100%. I don't want to be in the kitchen too long. So dinner option number 1, heck sausages. I've been having these for literally years. Love them, obsessed. They are so freaking good. So I've basically just got a load of meats and a load of sides, and everything kind of works together. So there's no particular set thing, but what I do love to have with these, which we had recently, was we had, oh that's it, carrot and swede mash pre-made. So like I say, probably better to make this yourself. Just for anyone that is interested, half a packet, 150 calories. These are like 30 each. So we've got these to have with these, and then I've already got loads of veg in the freezer and gravy, and that's basically like a little mini version of a, you know, sausage and mash sort of dinner. So that's dinner option number 1. Dinner option number 2 is different for me and different for Jordan, because I don't like burgers. So I got him burgers, whilst I will have salmon. To be honest, this will do like 2 days work. There's 4 in there, and there's 2 of these. So 2 days in a row or whatever, we'll be having that, I reckon. And what did I do with them the other day? Oh, so good. So Tesco do some really nice sides, and it's 3 for 2. So stuffed peppers, these are really nice. Again, just in case you're interested, 128 calories for 1. I'll have the salmon, he'll have the burger. I'll put this on the side. And then these are so good. I've been buying these for literally years. How many times do I want to say so good? These are the crispy slices. These are delicious. So that salmon or beef on the side. And then to finish it off, I do half a jar each of pickled red cabbage. I am living for this stuff. It's just amazing. This is like, reminds me of when I used to have a Turkish quite a lot. It's just delicious. It's so nice. Like the contrast between that and the meat and the everything, like just a really nice meal. Like you wouldn't think it. It's something I just threw together, but it was so nice. So that is 3 evening meals sorted. I think that's 3, if I've counted that correctly. The next one up is a chicken meal. So I got diced chicken breast, and to have with that, we will have roasted veg. So I've got courgettes to go with that. You've already seen the white onion, and then I also have some peppers too. And I'll also with that do some kind of side, probably baby potatoes like in the air fryer, little mini jackets I like to do, and sometimes I chuck a bit of hummus on the side, just so you've got like chicken, obviously seasoned, with just, you know, it's just there, but nice basic meals. And then I have another packet of chicken, I won't bother getting it out, another packet of chicken for dinner number 5. And with that, we will have a curry. So I've basically got everything ready to do that. So like rice, I'll put peppers again, onions in that, curry powder, coconut milk, etc, etc. Delicious. I also have some salad leaves for if I want to use them. Oh, that's the salad is to go with pizza night. I always find like by day 5 I need to do another food shop because I can't seem to make it go for a week because the veg and stuff just physically doesn't last, or the meat. So it's every about 5 days I'm doing a food shop at the minute. But this pizza is so good. And this is like, instead of having a takeaway, we'll have this at the weekend. So this is the Tesco Finest. I'm not going to try and pronounce it. This is what it's called. Get it. It is delicious. For like a store-bought pizza, this is freaking tasty. And with the hot honey, so nice. And I also got us some crispy sweet potato fries to have on the side of that. And then I'll do a salad too. So yeah, that is everything. And then I don't remember ordering this, but I got us a baby potato salad, which I'm not gonna lie, I quite fancy that now. I'm very hungry. We've got to take Lola to the vets at 5:30 because she's got her jabs tonight. Just like, you know, jabs that she has every however long. So I don't think I'll be doing dinner till a bit later. And I'm normally a 5 p.m. dinner girl, so I'm already getting peckish. So yeah, anyway, that is food. I'll come back when I make my soup with you guys, and we've not been for a walk yet, and I don't know if we will because it's been too hot today. Ironically, it's been 20 degrees in September. Sorry, it was autumn last week and now it's summer again. But anyway, it's been too hot, haven't been able to take her out. And I need to obviously take her to the vets, and she might not want a walk after because of jabs, you know, might make her feel a bit crap. So I don't know if we're gonna go for a walk today, which is very annoying because that was kind of on my like well-being list to do. I might have a bath tonight, potentially, I don't know. I'm enjoying myself today. It's a nice day, it's a nice time to take time for yourself. Like, it just makes you feel good. Still need to tidy the house a bit. I might not bother filming that because it's so boring anyway. Tidying, like, I'll do an autumn clean with me. Yeah, I'll make that promise to you guys. I'll do an autumn speed clean in the next few weeks, okay? Apologies for anyone that was looking forward to it in this video because it's just boring. There's not enough to really transform. I just need to like unload the dishwasher, reload the dishwasher, wipe the sides, blah, blah, blah. So I'm gonna pack the food away now and I'll be back when we cook the soup. Okay guys, it's soup time. You'll be pleased to know you haven't got to keep looking at me, and we're actually just gonna focus on what we're doing. This is the most simple thing you could possibly ever do. So you're just gonna literally roughly chop everything. And yes, I've got my nice wooden board out now. So yeah, I've got a big pan here, and as soon as it's chopped, I'm just gonna chuck it in there to get it out of the way. So yeah, start with Brussels sprouts, chop them in half, because we're just boiling all this stuff. So that's what I love about soup. Like, you've not really got to do too much. You just literally, it takes like less than 10 minutes to prepare this soup. And I think you'd cook it for about 45 minutes from memory. But again, I don't think it matters too much. And then with the carrots, just roughly chop them up. I don't know if that's too big or not, but I know carrots take a while to cook actually, don't they? So let's chop them up a bit smaller. Not including their ends. Chuck them in. Oh my god, it's so much nicer using a wooden board. I can't believe for all these years I've used that stupid plastic one that slides around. Next up, celery. You're not meant to use too much. Can you put this in? I don't know if you can. I'm going to take it out just in case. Celery is so good. So I'm going to use all of that. Next up, broccoli. I've actually heard like the stems of the broccoli are really good for you, so I don't know how much to chop off. Maybe I'll leave that much. Again, I'm not chopping this neatly at all, we're just chopping it into random kind of squares like that. And what I also love about this, guys, is if you're someone that doesn't love vegetables, like you don't like the individual tastes of things or textures, I feel like you probably like this. Like it just has a really nice taste to it. So it's a good way of just getting so much goodness in. Like you can literally see all the goodness that's going into this. Potatoes. The potatoes make it creamier, so depending on how creamy you want it, you can decide how many potatoes you want to put in. I don't know whether to just do 2 or 3. Probably will do 3 to be fair, because this is like a lot of food. Like I say, this is a lot of portions. It might even be more than I said. This will feed a lot of people, so, or you could just like freeze it as well, which is obviously really handy too. But the pot is already getting very full, so I'll leave that one for now. Next up, cauliflower. Again, same principle applies. Just chop the hell out of it. Okay, I'm going to leave the leeks because I checked the recipe and that's not normally in there. So next is onion, my least favourite part to deal with because I always end up crying when I deal with onion. So I'm going to try and do this as quick as I can. I normally just peel off the outer bit. I work so quickly with it because I do not want to get watery eyes. Okay, whack that in. So far so good. And then the other onion, oh, my eyes are starting. Whew. Can't really see, guys. Can't see at all. That will go in. Ugh. As it is. And then I'll just cover that with hot water. So this is, look, literally so much. Hot water, chicken stock. Oh my God. I need to go because I can't see. Okay guys, it's 45 minutes later. So yeah, ow, so hot. Yeah, so I did all of that, drains it off, got rid of all the water. I only put 1 stock cube in when I boil it. And I put the other one in now because I like to make sure that it's really flavoured. Because the stock cube just adds a really nice taste and you lose some of that with draining. So yeah, oops. I always get these jelly ones. I feel like they melt better than the powder. So we're going to do that. And then we're also adding milk to it. Now this is totally dependent on what you want. You could just use water. You could use a little bit of milk. I'm going to use, I think it was about 1/3 of one of these, whatever that is. And I'll see how I go. I'm just going to use a hand blender to blend it. I will do it off camera because you won't want to hear it. But yeah, blend that and basically add more milk or water, whatever you want to do until you get the desired consistency that you want. We're all different, so you might like your soup thicker. I kind of do mine a mid sort of thickness. But I'll come back when this is blended and we can tub it up and then show you the finished result. Okay guys, so just to kind of show you how much it makes, like hopefully this kind of gives you an idea, like it's a lot. So for the purpose of food prep, I'm going to use these tubs. These are just some home bargains. I'm going to put enough in one of these for 2 people, just to save space in the fridge because we will have it together. Let me put this here. There we go. I think about 2.5 ladles is about 1 portion. So, or maybe 3 ladles is like a generous portion. So I'll probably put like 6 per one, just so we've got a nice generous lunch. I mean, there's enough of it, so but yeah, like I say, you can add whatever you want to this. So if there's a certain ingredient you think, oh, I really don't want that, you don't have to put it. You can put whatever you like, and that's the beauty of it. I really want to make like a homemade like chicken and wild rice sort of soup. I love that sort of soup so much. M&S do a really gorgeous one. I'm not the most messy. I mean, I am messy. I'm not the most neat, is what I'm trying to say. It's just because I rush everything in life. It's starting to go down though, which is what we want to see, because, you know, there's a lot in here. So that's 4 days ready. Before I dish any more up, I'm going to dish up our dinners. 2, 3. So that's 5 days and our dinner, so that's 6. And I think there's enough in here for 1 more day. So I'm just going to pour that in. There we go, there's the finished dinner. And I've just topped that with some salt and pepper. Honestly, so good. Little girl was happy to go for her walk. I won't do an aesthetic montage today, just because it's not quite autumn yet, is it? Like, the leaves haven't set yet and the berries aren't quite out, but I'm happy to be out for a walk. And the soup was so good, by the way, as well. It was absolutely delicious. And the sky is so pretty. The sun is just setting, as you can see. I love looking at the sky, it's so nice. Lola. Come on. Hunting girl, it's not that far. Hey, good girl.